Ohio State's loss to Michigan has officially sent the Buckeyes into a rematch with Indiana in the opening round of the college football playoff bracket. Their fourth consecutive defeat to the Wolverines moved them from a potential top 4 seed to a challenging position, where they must fight their way through the playoffs. Despite that setback, Ohio State remains in the field, projected to be one of the 4 host teams for the opening round, joining Notre Dame, Georgia, and Penn State. Meanwhile, in the Big 12, Arizona State's victory over Iowa State has propelled them into the top 4 conference champions, securing a bye into the quarterfinals. This is a massive boost for the Sun Devils, who are poised to make a deep playoff run. Their rise has pushed Boise State out of the top 4, with Arizona State finishing the regular season among the most formidable teams in college football. The upcoming conference championship games are critical in finalizing the playoff field. SMU's win over Clemson would have significant implications, potentially pushing Alabama into the field as the last team in. Alabama would then face a must-see matchup with Notre Dame in South Bend, a matchup that would be one of the most anticipated of the first round. A Clemson victory, however, would eliminate Alabama from contention and keep the Mustangs in play for the playoff. The top teams in the SEC are clear, with Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama representing the conference in the final bracket. Similarly, the Big Ten is heavily represented, with Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Indiana cutting. After a strong finish to their season with 10 straight wins, Notre Dame has also earned its place in the field. For the group of 5, SMU and Boise State remain in the mix, but they face an uphill battle with power conference teams crowding the top spots. SMU's victory over Clemson could be the difference between staying on the field or being left outside looking in. However, not all teams are guaranteed a spot, as several bubble teams still hope for a last-minute boost. Army, for example, had a tough road to the playoffs. Despite their impressive season, losses to teams like Notre Dame and Tulane derailed their hopes. Despite a strong second half of the season with wins over ranked teams, South Carolina could not overcome early losses to Alabama and Mississippi, eliminating their playoff chances. Miami's hopes were dashed after a loss to Syracuse, which knocked them out of the ACC title game and likely any chance of making the playoff at 11-2. The Hurricanes' second loss essentially sealed the ACC's fate, as there was no realistic chance of sending 2 teams from the conference into the field. Finally, Indiana has managed to stay firmly in the playoff picture despite a blowout loss to Ohio State earlier in the season. Their dominant performances throughout the regular season, including a 66-0 victory over rival Purdue to close things out, solidified their place in the field. While not among the highest-profile teams, the Hoosiers have proven their strength and consistency all season. The next few days will be crucial in deciding the final rankings and setting the stage for what promises to be an exciting college football playoff.